My favorite triangle growing up was salt, fat, and sugar. Roast beef Sunday night, oh my God, it was like, to this day, it's heaven on earth. My favorite dessert, rice pudding. A complete nutritional bomb, best thing ever. So from there, I kind of zapped to college, and in college, it was completely different. It was about granola, it was about eating hippie food, it was about just not meat. In fact, you couldn't even get a date with anyone if you weren't vegetarian. So I gave it a try. I took it as far as I could. Was taking a class in macrobiotics, and the guy said, let's put salt, let's put everything into a bucket, and if you can mix it all up, and you can eat that, then you're eating properly. So I just couldn't get my arms around that, and at that point I kind of quit the class and I declared myself a meat lover, and I've been a meat lover ever since. A friend of mine told me about this company, Jugtown, which was a small smokehouse in Flemington, New Jersey. Sounded interesting, and I went and checked it out. And it's when I was walking through the building, and Chris Ely, who still works with us today, his dad owned the business originally, showed me this huge tub of pork bellies, and I was like, what's that? And he goes, that's nitrate-free bacon. I was like, nitrate-free bacon, oh my God, healthy meat. I get my cake and eat it too. And that's when I got really excited about getting it. We went to work and worked hard. We were selling about, maybe 1,000 pounds a week at the most. And I went on vacation, came back Sunday night, woke up the next morning and was preparing to go to work. And as I was walking to the car to drive to work, this woman who I know came out and she said, I'm so sorry about Jugtown. I was like, what do you mean? What about Jugtown? She goes, you didn't hear? I said, hear what? She goes, the place burnt down. I was like, what? And I just remember this kind of panic zone descending upon me, and I was just kind of freaking out at the time. And I drove down, kind of somewhat out of control, and I arrived at the smokehouse, and sure enough, the place was, had burnt down. And I thought it was the end. Time to give up, time to go home, try to do something different. And Doris, wonderful Doris, who was the bacon slicer, one of our 3 employees, I turned to her and I said, Doris, what are we gonna do? And she turned back at me and said, what do you mean, what are we gonna do? And I knew then, by her eyes and her voice, that we had to rebuild. And there was no going back, even though the place was completely destroyed and it was all gone. So we did rebuild. It took us about 6 weeks to get back in operation, and at that point I kind of decided that we should get out of manufacturing because I didn't want the place to burn down again, and we came up with the name Applegate because Jugtown sounded like we were distilling booze in Western Jersey, and that didn't make sense. So that's where Applegate was born into existence, and Applegate in its current form came into being. So if you go forwards 25 years, we've just been working hard the whole time, trying to put one step in front of the other and keep this movement alive. What really keeps us going are love letters. It is these moms who send us notes or cards telling them how much they appreciate what we do, and what we do helps them help their families become better, healthier, wonderful families. And it's also the farmers. We started out with 1 farm, and now we have 1,000 farms, and we're going to have 10,000 farms. And all of these farmers and their farmers' tables, and all of these moms and all of their moms' tables and the family table, all are interconnecting day by day, step by step, to help change the way Americans eat meat and make this a healthier and happier society.